morning. The U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation will come to order. This morning, we are reviewing the nominations of three individuals, Ms. Robin Meredith Kahn Hutchison of Utah to be Administrator of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, Mr. Michael Cotman Morgan of Wisconsin to be Assistant Secretary of Commerce, and Mr. Sean Burton of California to be a member of the Board of Directors of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority. So welcome to all of the nominees and to your families, and thank you all for your willingness to serve. First, we will consider the nomination of Dr. Michael Morganson to be Assistant Secretary for Environmental Observation and Prediction. Welcome to you and to your family. The highest priority for this position is to accelerate improvements to the precision and accuracy of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's weather and climate forecasting. I guarantee you this is a big priority for both myself and the ranking member. We both have pushed NOAA and legislation to make sure that we are a weather-ready nation. As our nation grapples with the impacts of climate, improving NOAA's forecasting, critical to protecting lives, protecting property, and keeping our economy moving, you will play a significant role. Dr. Morgan is a professor in the Department of Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and serves as an associate chair of the department's undergraduate program. Dr. Morgan has been a leader in the American Meteorological Society and its community, and he has served as a member on the board of Women and Minorities in Scientific and Technological Activities and Commission for Atmospheric and Oceanic Fluid Dynamics, and as an AMS counselor. He has spent part of his career at the National Science Foundation, serving as the Division Director and Division of Atmospheric and Geospace Sciences. Weather impacts all aspects of our economy. Improving our forecasting models mean that people can move goods and services more safely and efficiently, farmers can maximize harvest in the midst of drought conditions, and communities can better prepare for the mitigation of natural disasters. In 2021, there were 20 separate billion-dollar weather climate disasters across the United States. At the same time, recent studies say that the sector such as agriculture, energy, and transportation and their disaster risk management can benefit by over $160 billion from upgrades to weather forecasting capabilities and other technology. I'm sure we'll get into this in the questions, but it's about preparing, obviously, knowing what's happening, what's going to be coming down the road and being better prepared for it, and obviously having caching of resources to better respond once you've identified what the impacts are going to be. But Dr. Morgan will be charged with leading the nation's resiliency to extreme weather and realizing the economic benefits from improving forecast. Next, we will consider the nomination of Robin Hutchison to be the Administrator of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Ms. Hutchison knows the agency mission well. She currently serves as the Deputy Administrator and previously served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Safety and Policy at DOT. In addition, she brings tremendous on-the-ground experiences, having served as the Director of Public Works for the City of Minneapolis and the Transportation Director for Salt Lake City, Utah. Strong federal leadership is needed as the nation faces a tragic rise in the highway fatalities, including a dramatic increase in fatal crashes involving large trucks. In 2021, 5,600 people lost their lives in accidents involving large trucks, a 13% increase from the year before. In the state of Washington, 94 people died in crashes involving heavy trucks last year, up 25% from the year before, and doubled the number of fatalities. So we have lots of work to do. Those are unacceptable increases. If confirmed, Ms. Hutchison will be responsible for confronting these crises on the roads and ensuring our safety. I believe her executive experience heading the public sector transportation agencies will provide critical leadership and skills needed to address these issues. And finally, Mr. Sean Burton to serve on the board of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, which operates Dulles and Reagan airports. Trust me, all the members of this committee care about these issues and probably have very specific questions for you. Many of us here are frequent flyers in and out of these airports. We share a responsibility to ensure that federal dollars are spent efficiently and effectively. And Mr. Burton currently sits on the Los Angeles Board of Airport Commissioners and previously served as its president. He is an attorney and CEO of a real estate firm, and Mr. Burton is no stranger to public service, having served in the Defense Intelligence Agency as the Navy's Reserve Commander of the Third Fleet in the Clinton administration. His experience, particularly on the LA Board of Airport Commissioners, will give him an important perspective on many of the issues facing the organization. For instance, at Reagan National Airport, like JFK and LaGuardia, the number of hours flights is capped through FAA slots controls. In addition, National Airport has what is called the perimeter rule, which prohibits flights to destinations more than 1,250 miles away, although Congress created exemptions that allow 20 daily round trips beyond the perimeter, and that's exactly, anyway, those are some of the issues and challenges that I'm sure we are going to discuss with you. I'll now turn to the ranking member for his opening statement.